This is our Super Comp Dragster. It's got a 355 cubic inch small block Chevy engine and a 2-speed power glide transmission. The last time it ran was 2018 when we had a pretty bad backfire and we blew the distributor out of the block. Now I'm old enough to race, so we're getting it back up to the track next month. This is preparation. We are testing the engine, testing the transmission. It hasn't ran since we rebuilt the engine 7 years ago, and yeah, we're just going to see if it even runs today. After this, I'm planning to clean it, I'm planning to get everything ready. We've got to get new tyres for the front wheels, we've got to do a lot of maintenance things, so we're going to get that done within the next month and get ready for the middle of August. Greenlight National Centre Pod Raceway, we're going to be racing in big bracket. We would normally race in Super Comp, but the event, they only run certain classes, so we can't do Super Comp, but big bracket works. We'll run probably around 8.6, which is the quickest the car's gone. That's the record, so we'll aim for around 8.6. We've got a test weekend the weekend before that to make sure everything's okay, and that's the plan. So let's see how it goes. I should also mention Super Comp class, we run to 890 dialing, so that means we have a throttle stop with a timer on it, so we can get as close to that index as possible. Like I said, 2018 was the last time it was out, and before that it was probably about 5 years. Dad bought the car in, what did you say, 1996? 96. Raced it for about 15 years. I came along, did all the junior dragster stuff, and we couldn't really run both of the cars at the same time. But now we're done with that and back onto the proper stuff. Nice.
No problems there. Fuel pressure came up.
Yeah, your fuel pressure was fine, 9 psi.
Yeah.
After the engine sat for such a long time, we didn't know how the engine was going to run, and if it was even going to run at all. So we were so happy when it fired and just ran great.
One of the things that we put on the supercharged Outlaw car, and one of the things we're going to put on the Super Comp Dragster now, is a universal engine diaper. They're there as insurance in case we have a massive engine failure and a leak. Basically, these sit underneath the engine, act as a tray with an absorbent material that's put into them. Basically, this absorbs any oil. There are no instructions with this, but it's not exactly rocket science. You have a number of tabs that bolt to the exhaust manifold, and then you've got these various straps that feed through the tabs, and you adjust them to take up any slack so it's nice and tight around the sump. The other thing, one of the rules that has crept in since we last raced the car, is to have locking dipsticks on the both the transmission and the engine. So we have modified the two dipsticks we've got with basically a spring holding the dipstick in. Anyway, that's the goal for today: get the engine diaper on and get the power glide locking dipstick in.
As you can see, we now have the diaper on the bottom of the engine. We are just going to zip tie these out of the way, just to make sure they don't get caught in anything. So this is the new dipstick housing. It's got this support bar that bolts in just up there. We have spent 2 hours taking the shield off just so we can get the old one out. We've taken it out, put this in, and it is right next to the vent pipe. So we're gonna have to put a different fitting on this just so we can get this tube back in there. That's why we do things before we go to the track. We are now ready to race. In 2 weeks we've got a test weekend, and then the weekend after that we have the Greenlight Nationals at Santapod. I can't wait. It's the first event I'm doing in this car and it's so good to be back. I'm going to try and make a lot more videos this summer before I go to university, and I've actually got one in the works right now which should be out next week. If you don't already, follow the Instagram. I do a lot more updates on there. I've put a lot of effort into this video. I know it's short, but there is so much more coming. Thank you so much for watching.